Hi, Liz Beavers with Graphic Solutions Group, and joining me today is Nancy Copenhaver. Our topic today is going to be the biggest question that we get asked: what machine do I need to start my embroidery business? And everybody has different ideas, different clients that they're going after. So one person starting could be different from another company starting based on what they already know or are doing, or maybe farming out. So here at GSG, we listen to our customer first. We find out their goals, what they want to achieve, where they want to be, and then we actually start guiding them in the right direction. For example, I started my embroidery business about 30 years ago. We'll just leave it at that. And I knew a single head is what I wanted. And I bought a single head. It was under $10,000. I found out very quickly I under-purchased, and I had to go out and really get a machine that had the capabilities of meeting my customers' goals of garments, caps, car mats, thick products. And this machine just did not have the motor to go through that, and it was a disaster trying to do a hat. So I ended up buying a single head machine and started from there. Within an 8-year period, I had over 80 heads in my shop. But trust me, there was ups and downs, and there was mistakes that I made. But it turned out to be successful. The other thing I find when I talk to customers is they're going to start their business. They'll come to me and ask what they need, and they're already wanting to jump into an over purchase of maybe a 6-head or a couple of 4-heads. But after we have this great conversation of how much are you farming out each month? How much are you already doing, not in-house, but somebody contracted? I quickly find out that, you know what, we're not ready for a couple of 4s or 6s right now. Let's just start with a single and a 4-head perhaps. So we listen to you, we try and find the best machine for you. ZSK Embroidery Machines has one of the largest motors in the industry, and I can assure you, car match, the side of a cleat even, caps, the machine has everything you need, but now we just need to figure out which model is best for you, and I think that's what Nancy and I are here to help you with.
Absolutely. When I started my business, I started with a single head, which I firmly believe that everybody in the industry should have a single head, regardless if you have multiple single heads or a single head and say a 2-head, 4-head, 6-head machine. The single head's imperative for when you want to do a stitch out, or you just have a few things that you want to whip out really quickly. A single head's great. And you know what, when I started, I started with 4. Well, I started with 1, built up to 4, and so it was equivalent of a 4-head, but it was in the single head capacity, and that was great because I could buy a machine, and then as my workflow grew, I could buy a second machine, which then, of course, reduced my time in half. And then as time went on again, I bought 2 more to increase the capacity. I think that as opposed to doing it the way that I did, because of the cost of machines, because of a single head, I could increase my production by getting a 4-head to go along with my single head to make that cost per head lower, and I could get just as much production as I could with the same number of machines. Yeah. Do you agree with that?
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So another question that I get is the Sprint series of machines, all of our single heads. We have the Sprint 6, which is a 12-needle machine. The 7 is an 18-needle machine, and now we have the Sprint 8. Deciding between which machine to go with, you know, because with the 12-needle machine versus an 18-needle machine, of course, why do I need more thread? Why do I need more needles to accommodate more colors? Do you have people asking you that same question?
I do, absolutely. And my response to that, of course, is with 18-needle capacity, I can walk into my shop beginning of the day and I can preload several jobs at one time. So I'm not having to stop, you know, midterm, midday to change colors and add more for the next job. I can get a lot done without any downtime.
Another thing with the 18 needles is for websites. Anybody offering a website to their customers and offering a certain number of colors. If they want to, these are the colors you get to choose from: white, black, red, blue. You can add 18 colors on your machine and never have to change your colors if you give those people just those selections. And so being able to offer those extra 6 colors is really nice as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
The Sprint 6 though, it's a more economical machine. 12 needles if they're doing regular logos, left chest. The Sprint 6 is
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a good place to start. And so then beyond the single head machines, do you recommend a 2-head machine?
I do recommend a 2-head machine on occasions. It really, again, it just depends on the needs. Sometimes 2 single heads is better to go than a 2-head machine. So this is where we have that one-on-one conversation with you, and we can definitely put you in the right machine for what you need for your production.
That's true. The dollar for dollar and the productivity that you can get with a 2-head machine versus 2 single heads. Yeah,
Yes.
There's weighing that out, and that's something that we can help a customer decide.
Correct.
All right. How about a 4-head then? A 4-head versus a 6-head?
Yeah, well, you figure when you break down the cost, you're only paying about a couple of grand, maybe 10,000 per head, compared from a 4 to a 6. So I had the conversation with the customer, what's your average size order? That's going to be very important. If your average size order is, 12, 24 pieces, 4-head makes more sense. If we start getting in the higher number, then definitely a 6-head. Might be the way to go. So again, it's really going to depend on their needs and your production output that you're looking for.
How about the size of the design? Do you take that into consideration when helping? If somebody's just doing left chest and it only takes them 7 minutes to run a design, is it better to have a 4-head or a 6-head? Or again, let the customer make that determination?
Again, it not so much the stitch count really or the size, it's really going to be the quantity of pieces that's going to make the difference between a 4 or a 6. So I usually look at their average size order. I think that's the way to do it.
Okay. Another question, when customers are looking at investing in their own machines, a lot of times I see that they might be screen printing or they might be doing vinyl wraps or something else, but of course when your customer comes to you and says, can you also do my embroidery, you're not going to tell them no, of course.
Right.
And so a lot of our customers are jobbing out embroidery, but then they see the value, especially with contract embroidery the way it is right now, the lead time, the quality that they're getting back, and so they're wanting to invest in their own machines. And so to do that, do you recommend, or there again, you're going to ask them the question, what kind of order, what size orders are you taking?
Correct.
And then we can help them determine what size machine would be best for their particular business?
Yes, absolutely. So that's the magic key is what are you, if you're brand new, you don't know your average order, but in this situation, they're farming it out so they know, so we can help them decide between 4, 6, 8, or even a 12-head CSK has come out with. But somebody who's brand new, they don't really know. So I start asking different questions. What niche market are you going after? What made you decide to start embroidery? So there was something there that triggered the thought. And from there, I can actually find out which single head might be best for them too.
Perfect.
So basically, here at GSG, you've got myself, Liz Beavers, you have Nancy Copenhaver, and we have probably about 18 other experienced individuals that are there. What you need to do if you're definitely interested in starting your own embroidery business, you need to give us a call and go and visit us at gogsg.com.